Yeah, I'm Rod Littlewood and I'm president of the Handlebar Club. Now, the Handlebar Club's the oldest moustache club in the world. It was formed in 1947, just after the war, to sort of keep together the camaraderie of ex-servicemen. And the idea of it was to get together regularly, have a few beers, but particularly to try and raise funds for charity. And today, that's still what we're doing, 60 years later, 65 years later. Is it? Yeah, 65 years. No, goodness me, no, it's 68 years later. We're still meeting the first Friday in every month. And as I say, I mean, you know, none of us get any more sensible.
What is it about having a graspable extremity, which
Yes.
Mike Solomon
Yeah,
said to me one
that's
time?
right.
What is it about having one of those that appeals to a certain number of people?
Well, I think the thing is, it stands out. I mean, most of us are peacocks, and we just do it to be different. I've always said, and I think I'm right, that if handlebar moustaches came back in fashion, I would probably shave it off just to be bloody ornery, just to be different. So no, but that's the thing, is that we all stand out a bit, and yeah, I mean, heads turn and all the rest of it, and I mean, I wander around in a suit like this from time to time for functions. I mean, I even went to the England New Zealand rugby game in this suit last year. So it's it's all just a bit of fun and friendship.
And now there seems to be a bit of rivalry in the moustache world, because when we did it in Brighton 2 years ago, not too many of them are here, and it seems to be a newer bunch of people.
Well, I think it's no. I don't think it's that. I think that there are a number of the guys that I know who would be here. I've got other commitments. They still support it, and they would be here if they hadn't got to go anywhere else. But of course, I make it my business as I'm president to be here.
What are the judges looking for?
Well, basically, the judges are I mean, the brief is usually the guys are all in a similar category, although they might look different. And it's down to the judges. It's which one you like best. It's very subjective. And as I say, it's all for fundraising. So I just hope nobody gets too upset if they don't win or whatever. And and we tend to have, the prizes are trophies rather than cash prizes. As soon as you start bringing in cash prizes, then there's people get upset, and there's accusations of this and that and the other. But we just literally do this for a bit of fun.
What do the women think?
Depends on who you speak to. I mean, some women say, "Oh, I hate moustaches," and all the others love them. And I mean, you speak to any woman here today, you'll find they're all pogonophiles. They're all people who love beards and moustaches. But we just, people often say to me that, what does my wife or girlfriend or whatever think of it? Well, do you think she'd be my wife or girlfriend if she didn't like a moustache? Because we would never have got into any sort of form of relationship. We've probably never spoken, because they'd taken one look and gone, ugh.
Do you think it's a sport or a pastime?
I think it's a pastime. I mean, I just don't think you can take it seriously enough to call it a sport. I mean, the thing is that in America, they actually start calling this a sport of bearding. Sorry, I mean, they can't even speak English in America, let alone try and call it a sport. It's ridiculous. No, it's just a pastime, and it's just a bit of fun.
But if it is a sport, now the Germans have won the World Cup. They are the kings of the moustache here. What gives them that advantage? Is it in the water? What is it?
No, I think what it is that the Germans actually take it a bit more seriously. They will grow their moustache to a certain category. The Brits tend to grow a moustache and go, what's it going to fit into? And I mean, we should really have there's 130 members of the Handlebar Club. We should have 130 categories, because we're all different.
And it's a sellout as well, which...
Yeah, no, that's great. That's absolutely superb. Yeah, I mean, it just shows that there are enough people who are prepared to come and have a bit of fun. I mean, although over the last, 3-4 years, I suppose, facial hair has come back into fashion a little bit more. And I think particularly on the moustache side of it, that has come on a lot on the back of Movember. Where people grow moustaches throughout the month of November to raise funds and, and to promote prostate cancer. And of course, more and more people have done that. A lot of them have shaved it off at the end, but they've become more popular. And I think on the back of that, if you go and look in a lot of the shops, you'll find little moustache trinkets. You know, I mean, the girls, there are all sorts of, you know, you can get a ring with a moustache, you can get earrings with moustaches on, you can get all these sorts of stuff with moustaches. You can buy cushions with moustaches on. So, you know, for the last couple of years, that has been the in shape. I mean, it'll probably go to circles or squares or triangles in a year or two. But I do think that Movember has kicked off a certain amount of that, you know, that awareness of moustaches and, you know, and how much fun it is.
Finally, would you ever shave it off?
No. No, I said I would, but I said I would if everybody, you know, if everybody got a moustache, but I doubt it. I've had this now for 45 years, something like that. I mean, I jokingly say I was born with it. But one of the reasons is I think that it's because my father had a moustache, not a handlebar, but he had a moustache. So I grew up with a moustache being normal. Yeah. So when I became about 20, I grew this, and I grew a handlebar because I was a salesman. And I grew it as a unique selling point. I grew it as a sales aid, so people would know that it was me. You know, they say, "Oh, it's him again," and people still do. Oh, it's him again.